The following may contain language which will be offensive to some people and inappropriate for children. Still here? Then pour your favorite beverage and let's get this fucking show started.
Fantastic Forum, assemble! You're watching Fantastic Forum, the premier show about comic books and your live weekly conversation about entertainment and geek culture. We are the Fantastic Forum, coming to you live and direct from the Hall of F. Right, I can't speak already. The Hall of F. Hope you're having a wonderful morning, afternoon, evening, or night. Indeed, I F up. Morning or night, as the case may be, depending on where you are in the world. And if you're not, you should stick with us. We'll help you take it up a notch. You have the usual suspects in the building. First and foremost, he is our riddle inside of an enigma, trapped in Chinese finger cuffs. You don't know him. You love him anyway. He's our silent assassin, Jay.
Hey, what's up?
Jay. Sorry. I'll leave the buttons alone, Jay, I promise.
Oh, am I on buttons? Who's on buttons?
I was on it, I thought, but hey,
Oh, you're on it. I'm sorry, you're on it, Moses.
Okay.
I'll leave it a be. I'm sorry. I'm not touching it anymore.
At least for this part.
Yes, there it is. Next, he is our riddle. No, he's not our riddle. We already did our riddle. He's our intrepid senior reporter. He's next in line for the cowl. He's our resident Dark Knight detective. It's Oz.
My dog now hates all of you.
I believe it. But let's be real. Your dog hated us before.
Yeah, but now he can put a image to the name, I guess.
Yeah, there it is. He's like, I know what you look like.
Green and colorful.
Next, he's the backbone, the pillar, the strength of Fantastic Forum, our nigh invulnerable brawler, and resident strongman, Moses Magnum.
Doing this show is taking up my time of doing other thing I could have been doing today, right now. I had to cut my viewing of Doctor Strange short.
Like
for you guys.
The first one or the new one?
No, the other one came out today on Disney Plus. The new one.
Oh,
Multiverse
I
of
didn't
Madness.
know. I'm sorry.
You're the
Do
Disney
you not
dude.
watch Disney Plus?
Yeah.
What?
Do you not watch Disney Plus?
I literally been watching Disney Plus all day today, but
Then how
I
come you
didn't
see
notice
it?
because I wasn't looking for it. I've already seen it.
Dude, there's like huge banners.
Wait,
There's like
why
a
do I
huge
still
banner.
get the old boy for not watching Disney? So the old boy just happens no matter what I say.
Because you said you've been watching Disney all day, and I didn't have it at the ready. I get to get it. I got a dog trying to eat my arm.
It's like we're talking about Obi-Wan today. I figured since I was there and it comes out on the same day, I watched Miss Marvel, the latest episode of that too. So it's like I've been watching it all day, but I didn't watch Multiverse of Madness because it's like at some point I have to not watch Disney Plus,
You've
right?
already seen it.
Did you watch Owl House?
No, I didn't watch Owl House.
It's on Disney Plus.
Man, you're right. I'm a fake ass Disney fan. You're right, Jay.
I'm just saying.
After this, as soon as this show's done, I'm just gonna friggin' connect Disney Plus directly to my cornea.
Why don't you just leave
I guarantee you'll enjoy it a lot more than you're enjoying Miss Marvel.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna leave that right there.
I like Miss Marvel.
Sure you do.
No, I enjoyed this third episode, but granted, I didn't read any of her comics or care about that character.
Yeah.
It's fine. Like, although, I was watching Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness up until about 10 minutes ago, and
Gotcha.
It was right when Black Bolt dies, and I'm like, man, like, they just brought you a cool Black Bolt. Like, they could have used the Inhuman stuff. Even if the power is not the same, they could have just used Inhumans.
They could have. It is definitely a possibility. By the way, my name is Lawrence Young. They call me Mary Young. They call me Rare Young. I don't know. I don't know what's happening today. I would happily admit that I'm inebriated, but it's not true. So I don't want to say that. I just think I can't speak right now for some reason. So I don't know. But, anyway, welcome to Fantastic Forum. We got a great show for you today because we will be talking about the finale of Star Wars Obi-Wan Kenobi, because that happened today. And we're also going to be telling you all about our hands-on experience.
Be lubricated. I need my diction to be lubricated.
You're messing up, man. You need your diction lubricated, Larry.
I guess so. That's really the tragedy.
I finally found
of
the
today.
use for that button.
That's really the tragedy of this moment. Dry ass diction. Anyway, we're going to be talking about Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Shredder's Revenge as well. So, and of course, whatever else it is that you all want to talk about, and we'll tell you how to do that in just a moment. But first, we want to make sure that we thank Mr. Scott Rubin, because without him, this wouldn't have happened. So thanks, Scott. And, we'll tell you how it is you can get down with the show right now. Let's do it.
Want to get in on the action? Call Fantastic Forum on Skype and join the fun. Too shy to call in? That's okay. You can join the Discord chat room available at
FantasticForum.live.
Join the party. You know you want to.
We know we want to. Indeed. Thank you, intern. We appreciate you. But yeah, please jump into chat. You can do it via Twitch. You can do it via YouTube. Or you can go to fantasticforum.live and call right into the show and be a part of things. So feel free to do all that. Jay, insert a witty chat comment here, please.
Alfonso Seja says, you know you are a real Disney fan when you have the year pass to Disneyland, but only go 2 times. Although, honestly, with how they fucked up reservations, like a lot of people with passes can only get 2 times, if that.
Yeah.
Because of how messed up their ticketing is.
Yeah.
Well, that's how you know you're a fan. You put up with that bullshit.
It's crazy, man.
We also have Tiger Claw in chat who says, I need to catch up on Obi-Wan. We'll have to watch episode 5 and 6 this week.
Man, Tiger Claw. What's Tiger Claw been doing that he's not watching Obi-Wan?
Dude, he watched 4 episodes. Like, I'm amazed.
You're so crazy, Jay. Okay, we'll get to it, Jay. Well, you hold your horses, okay? You hold your horses. I see what you're doing. Oh, Tiger Claw with coming in hot.
Dang.
He's been working. That's what. My bad, Tiger Claw. Make your money, baby. Make your money.
Make my money.
Oh, dang. Mo's Debo and Tiger Claw. Just that easy. So I was prepping for today's show, right?
Yes.
And I came across a trailer. And it just said, all it said was Mighty Thor on it. And it had a Jane Foster, but like in a comic form. And I was like, what is this? And I decided to take a look at it. And it was interesting because it was like a motion comic-esque kind of trailer. And I'm sitting here just like, what is this for? Because I'm sitting here like, this isn't for the movie because it's not live action, right? And I'm like, she's like, as far as I know, like, I don't remember them announcing like her own comic right now. But I'm like, okay, maybe this could be a thing for her own comic. But there's a point in the trailer where it shows her talking about how she's like teamed up with the Avengers and whatnot. And they show the Avengers, right? And it's like Captain America, Iron Man, Hulk, And who else is it? It might be no, actually it might just be those other three people with her, right? But the wild part is, the character design for Jane Foster is a little different, but within the parameters of like, okay, I know that that's the mighty Thor, you know what I'm saying? Like that's Jane Foster Thor. The other people I recognize, but everybody's like colored weird. Captain America has some weird like brown stuff on him.
They're black?
Oh, is that woke shit?
No. No, I didn't say nothing about races. I'm talking about their
Who said
outfit.
they're colored.
Well, they're all human. Like, we're not talking about races either. We're talking about skin color.
Right. We're talking about colored people.
I'm not talking about ethnicity, nothing like that. I'm talking about their outfits. And I'm like, why is it all weird? Like, why is it all weird?
You didn't
color?
pull a clip so we can play it while you talk about it?
No. I don't have the clip. Uh-oh. What is this? Oh.
Is this what you were looking at?
Look, no, this is not what I was looking at. But I did come to find out it was, in fact, Marvel's Avengers Mighty Thor announcement. And I was just like, huh. Like, okay, that's cool. They didn't show any gameplay in this trailer. They just showed weird colored heroes. And because I don't play Marvel's Avengers, I didn't recognize it because it was literally like a Hulk that was like purple. Which I guess is something you could do in Marvel's Avengers. I don't know. Because, again, I don't play the game. And so, apparently she's one of the characters that's coming to the thing. Is that, whatchamacallit? Is that, what's old boy's name? Korvac?
Wait, Thor can just fly?
I mean...
Like, he was hovering, and I thought he didn't fly. He just held on to the hammer.
No, I mean, he hovers.
Oh, that's dumb. I hate it.
He hovers in the comic.
That's dumb.
But yeah, like... Huh?
That's dumb in the comic, too. He's supposed to throw the hammer.
Listen.
And ride it.
Oh, he's supposed to be another person, too, but we're not doing that either.
I mean, is he supposed to be another person, or has he just been another person at points?
Donald Blake?
Yeah.
Hey, is Jane Foster even alive in the comics in main continuity?
Yes.
So she survived the breast cancer?
She's currently Valkyrie.
Oh, so she still has like Asgardian power?
Mm-hmm.
But not. I guess Thor probably got worthy again. Okay.
But yeah, man. I was just like, oh, that's what this is. And I was like, well, I'm not going to mess around and play that game because, like, I don't feel like they fixed any of it. Like, it's more interesting to watch the cutscenes that we're seeing here than it is to actually play that game.
And that's a stretch, too.
Yeah, right. It's not saying that, oh, I wish I could watch a whole movie of this because, yeah, that wouldn't be a thing. But,
hold on. Let's see here. Says, I just watched it. It's a trailer for her to come to Avengers game. That came out recently. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a weird little thing. And, like, it got, like, it started off fine, but it got weird. Where it was like, when you start seeing multicolored Avengers, I was just like, what is happening? Like,
are they multicolored because of Pride? Is that what it is?
No, it's not Pride. I think it's, dude, you played Avengers a little bit, right?
You can't make the Hulk purple because then the eggplant emoji just really.
Well, look, Larry, don't be mad at me for not knowing like what the game is. What, a year after it came out? Like, I only played it one day.
No, I'm just like, they had those weird costumes. They got weird costumes.
I've never seen any weird costume. I only saw the original.
I mean,
once I played that game and didn't like it, I never paid any attention to that game. Sorry,
I assume the game's making some kind of money if they're doing DLC for it, but I don't know anybody that's playing it, including you guys.
No.
Which of all people, you guys should be playing it.
Right. No, I know
That's
one
bullshit.
person that asked me if I was playing it because they are. And I told them no, and they were shocked because of how much, like, they know not only am I a comic fan, but I'm a Marvel fan and I'm an Avenger fan specifically. And they're like, and you play video games, so how could you not be playing this? And I'm just like,
precisely for all those reasons.
it's not right. It's not fun. It's not fun, man. That was just the long and short of it for me. I was like, man. And it was funny
I don't
because
want to buy it again.
Again,
why'd you buy it?
I said I don't want to buy it again. That's why I'm not playing.
Why'd you buy it?
Buy it the first time?
Yeah.
I don't remember. Like, it was a game.
Oh.
I think I just bought it.
I'm just like, we played it and it was bad. Why did you buy it?
Like, I don't know. I buy games.
Hey, that's fair.
That's what I do.
I'm not that is okay. But nah, yeah, you should if you bought it once, that's enough. That joint, when you talk about a game that should be cross-platform or like whatever you should be able to buy that game one time. You should be able to play it on whatever you want.
Yeah.
Like they should have like a collectible card game that's like, oh, you want to play this in card game form? Here you go. Here's your deck.
Oh, maybe I did only get the what you call it. I don't know. I gotta double check.
Tire Claw thinks it's interesting seeing us dismissing the Avengers game. They botched it when it first launched, but maybe they fixed it. It sounds like you got to buy it again.
No. What did they fix? How do you fix making it fun?
Steam Deck.
They fixed it because they made the Hulk purple.
I will say this as far as fixing things and making them more fun. I recently played DC Universe Online.
Okay.
I started a new character, and the little prologue intro section is actually fun now. Like, they actually did change it and make it fun.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe Marvel's Avengers could do something like that.
No, but understand that DC, and here's the thing, I'm not a big fan of DC Universe Online, personally. However, what I can admit freely is the game at its core is fun. Like, the tutorial section might not have been that fun, but a lot of tutorial sections on a lot of great games aren't fun. Like,
they made it a lot better.
No, but what I'm saying is, like, I recently just started, because I'm way behind, but I just started Jedi Fallen Order.
Oh man.
And I went through the tutorial section of that joint, and I'm like, this is ridiculous. Like, why would anybody do any of the things that are happening in this moment? And I'm just like, and it's not like none of it was like things where I was just like, oh, okay, like I'm glad I learned to do this. Like, I mean, I need to know it, but I much rather have gone through like, and we'll get to Ninja Turtle Shredder Revenge later, but they literally have like the old school kind of arcade screen that shows you like, here are the button presses to do these kind of moves, and here are the button presses to do that kind of move, and they show it to you on the screen. I'd rather that have been what I got in Jedi Fallen Order than what I played through. Because I'm just like, this kid going up on this rig to like hit some switches to unstick some kind, like, I'm like, this fool is risking his whole life. His whole life. It's like, there's not a droid that could have done that. They all have arms. they fly, they have arms. Like, I don't understand like why a droid can't do it. It's literally just pulling the switch.
Lords, that game will give you several more tutorial sections that you have to get through.
Yeah.
Okay.
Every time you reach a certain like landmark or not landmark, but I guess you would like a different world or something. There's a tutorial for it.
Hey, and hopefully they'll be more interesting than that one.
No, they're less interesting. It's my point.
They're less, but the thing is, the game is still good despite that.
Okay, I mean, like, it has great moments in between those little.
I enjoyed playing
that areas.
I enjoyed playing that tutorial that you hated.
Really?
Yeah, because everything was kind of intuitive with the controls. Like, yeah, you're doing ridiculous shit, but it's in the control scheme. It felt really intuitive, even like using the force. It's like I felt like I was using the force in those situations, you know?
The controls are good.
Me. Yeah, so that's what I really enjoyed. Like right from the tutorial felt like a puzzle game for me in a sense. So and I enjoyed it. Like I never sometimes I just get bored by tutorial levels, and this one, because it was like weird, the weirdness that you experienced for me was a mini game.
Got it. Yeah.
That game
I was just like, this is strange. And I know this game gets a lot better, but there's a low point. What were you saying, Oz?
That game was so good. I was hoping Monahan would show up as Cal Kestis?
Yeah, Cal Kestis.
Cal Kestis in Obi-Wan and make that interesting too.
Yeah.
But all this to say, DC Universe Online, I feel like at its core gameplay, it is fun.
I'll say this about DC Universe Online. I can understand why they made it more interesting, because they could always just turn around. You know, they were sitting there wondering, how are we going to get, you know, the younger crowd to really get into this game? What gets young people excited? Hey, Ezra, you know how to get young people excited.
Oh my God. Yes, it's the Ezra Miller DLC. Jeez.
Just don't give him your friend code.
He comes in, he tells him, and then, Ezra Miller out.
But yeah, all this to say that Marvel's Avengers, like, there's no part of that was really fun for me, except maybe, and Mo, you mentioned this the other day, was the Kamala Khan sections.
Yeah,
were actually pretty good.
Using her powers in a third person shooter schematic worked for me. Like that felt interesting. Using the Hulk's powers as a third person shooter schematic was garbage. Like that's where I stopped playing. I'm like, you know what? I don't want to play. When I have to play as the Hulk, I'm like, whatever in my life would I not want to play as the Hulk?
So playing as the Hulk,
and that game did it.
Right. And I know that
I think I pre-ordered it.
I think
I had pre-ordered it before we played it.
They done took your money, and they were like, "Oh, too bad." And you're like, "No, that's no good. Give it back. I don't even have it." They're like, "Nah, we sent it. We sent it."
I mean, it's not good, but it's not the worst.
Look, if you get 4 or 5 hours out of it that you enjoy, you got your money's worth.
Yeah, I'm not gonna buy it again.
You don't want another 5 hours that you might enjoy?
Well, I mean, no.
Yeah.
5 hours. I didn't even enjoy however long we played it.
And that was the thing where it wasn't enjoyable alone. And then I have literally like the people that I want to be playing this game with me right now, where I'm like, oh, we're all in here together, and I'm like, oh man, you know what? This might even be worse.
Like,
I don't even understand how that happened. Like, I don't know how it became less fun with more people. Like, I'm like,
I now understand.
It was you all. Like, I enjoy you three, so I'm assuming it's the game. The game is doing something wrong because this game got less fun when the people that I love and care about came and played with me. So I'm like, nah, this is broken. It's broken.
You love us, Larry?
Of course I love y'all. Y'all are amazing.
Happy Pride Month to you, too.
It's so crazy. Because it's not Avengers' fault. I love the Avengers. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've read terrible Avengers comics and still came away like, you know what? I'm happy I read that. You know, not because it was good, but because it gives me it helped me fine tune what I really want to see in Avengers books. You know what I'm saying? Like, this game
did you read the one with Sabretooth?
Huh?
Did you read the one with Sabretooth?
The Avengers with Sabretooth in it?
Yeah.
Is that the McFarlane one?
Can you help me can you be more specific, Jay? I mean, like, I'm sure Sabretooth has made an appearance in Avengers. Not a lot, but enough that, like, we need to narrow it down. Like, when?
Yeah, I'll look it up.
Was he an Avenger?
Like, I'm just like, Jay,
Kinda.
what happens in the book? Like, what? You should read the one with Sabretooth, the event. Like, maybe. I don't. I don't like. I know Sabretooth hasn't been in Avengers recently. Not that I can. Not well. Actually, that might not be true. He might have been a Hound for the multiversal Phoenix in the multiversal Masters of Evil. Is that what you're talking about? Is it recent?
Avengers 1959.
Now this comment came in a while ago, but I can't stop thinking about it. Did you really play 50 hours of a game just to say it was bad?
I have before, yeah. Like there've been a couple of games like that where I wanted to make sure.
Alfonso is like our archivist.
He was.
I think. No, literally. I think he went back and listened from like day one to our episodes.
Oh no! Did you really?
I think so.
Dude,
yeah.
Alphonse, thanks, and I'm sorry.
Yeah. was the woman to our foursome? Like there's the 4 dudes and then the woman. Which was Happy Pride Month.
We're not reviewing. We're not reviewing
what he's talking about.
He was April.
Oh,
right.
You talking about the game? Okay, we'll get to that. We'll get to that. We should start talking about Obi-Wan.
He's gonna.
I thought you were going to talk to us about what if Miles Morales became Thor.
Oh, dude. Oh, okay. I'm gonna go quick here, because there was a little bit of controversy on the internet here because people are like, what if Miles Morales is a comic book series that's on issue 4 right now that has basically been what if Miles Morales were different heroes from the Marvel universe. They started off with Captain America, they went to Wolverine, then they did Hulk for issue 3, and then this latest one was Thor. And I'm pretty sure they're doing this in conjunction with Spider-Man anniversary, like the overarching, Spider-Man anniversary. Yeah.
Now that you said, because I didn't know it was a series where he's something else in each book, so I'm gonna have questions. But right now we're focusing on Thor. Just back of your mind so you can get back to me because I got a question now.
Yeah, we can definitely get back to it, and that's not a problem. I'm happy to answer any questions. What I will say is the reason why people are talking about this book and why it sparked a bit of controversy is because people are basically comparing this book to they're saying this feels like modern day blaxploitation. And it's because the depiction of Miles Morales is so weirdly over the top. Like it felt like somebody writing what they think a black person would sound like, but they've never actually met one.
Like,
and it's 1998. I can't tell you how many random song lyrics he just says he uses them as quips, and he uses them as answers to questions, and it's weird, man. And it's and I'll be honest with you.
You're sounding a little blaxploitation right there with saying man like that, man.
Look, listen, I will be honest with you. I can't say that overall I've been highly enjoying the series of these books. They're all right. They're not written poorly as up to this point. I think it's just more the concept isn't something that I'm a fan of, where it's I like Miles Morales as Spider-Man. I don't know that I need to see Miles Morales as anything else.
I think it's a little blaxploitative to. Why is the hammer all graffitied like that?
This is exactly what I'm saying. And so you know what? I'm gonna share my screen because I do have that picture.
It's called runes.
No, yeah,
I do have.
If the graffiti,
Hold on, let me-
if it was runes in a graffiti style, I could probably roll with it.
Absolutely, and that's really the whole thing.
Sounded like a black guy in 1998.
What?
Oz sounded like a black man in
That's
1998.
my lower half.
So this is the cover here, and the design for Miles Morales himself, I think, is fine.
Yeah, he looks good.
Like, yeah, exactly. Like, this looks like if somebody came to like a con and was like, what if Thor was Miles Morales as cosplay like this? That would be like, man, that actually is pretty tight. You know what I mean? Like, that would be a cool thing. But as far as Oz was mentioning with the hammer and the graffiti and whatnot, which you could see a little of it there, but I have a better picture of it.
The hammer time picture is the one I saw.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, and here it is. Right, like wait. First of all, here's the thing right here. Right here it says, "Are you forgetting something?" This is Uncle Aaron as Loki, which again, that's part of why I'm not a big fan of like these series of books, because it's all like the cast of Miles Morales as other people. He's like, "Oh yeah," he said, "Must have been under some laundry or something," which I'm like, what does that mean? Like, why would they be under laundry? But whatever. And then he catches the hammer. You see all this graffiti here. And then he says, "Hammer time." And I'm like, oh my God. Like that. Like, first of all, hammer time? Like, what in the world? Like, why in the world would Miles Morales... Like, why would Miles Morales... Not to say that he doesn't know who MC Hammer is. But it still... Just hammer time. It's a bad reference.
This just got like dumb for me because he's Asgardian. If his uncle is Loki,
wait, exactly. Like his dad is Odin. His mother's Freya.
I thought regular Miles Morales, instead of getting bit by the spider, became worthy, which would have been. It sounds like a great story, but. Oh no!
Right. Right, and every issue is basically like that. It's almost like, let's take the cast of Miles Morales and put them into the world, put them into new roles in the universe of those heroes. And
are they all written by the same person?
No, and that's the whole thing. Where up until this point, it was like I've read 3 other books of this. Right, I've read 3 other books. And they're all like, the best one to me was the Wolverine one. That's written by John Ridley, and so and John Ridley is writer, director, like probably best known for like 12 Years a Slave or Red Tails or American Crime, like the dude, and he's written a lot of good comics, and so it's like that. Like it doesn't surprise me that one was the best one. And it's like me, like I'm not a big like Wolverine fan either, so it's like it's good in spite of how I feel about Wolverine, and but still, the concept that's all neither here nor there. It's written each issue is written by different people. And you all know me. I'm not the dude that's like, they need to get black people to write black characters. I don't feel that way. But what I will say is this is the first issue of this series that's been written by a non-black person. Oh. And it's like, oh.
It's by the guy that did Guacamelee.
Is that the dude that did Guacamelee?
Yeah.
What the hell?
He was fine with that guy writing Mexican stuff.
Hold on, I'm getting offended.
Wait. Well, but the dude wait, but did he write this game?
I believe
What'd you say, Jay? You cut out.
I'm not 100% sure. He might have directed the game. I gotta double check.
Oh. So the writer's name.
Yeah, he's the director. Director of
it's Yehudi Mercado.
Hootie?
And then
He's done Gumball. He's done Adventure Time. He's done a bunch of stuff, and he's got a ton of original indie comics.
He does, and some of them do star, characters of color.
Grandpa.
Okay, I don't. And
wait, that's not him. Never mind.
What's that mean?
What?
Or what's the significance of that? I'm sorry. You said it like it had special significance.
No, it's just weird. Like Uncle Grandpa.
Oh.
Is it good or no?
I'm not a fan, but the people that like Uncle Grandpa really like it.
Yeah.
Okay. So this is Yehudi. And that is actually and then that's Yehudi there, and then I also
he's wearing that Adidas jacket. I guess that's why he put Hammer Time.
And then,
well, granted, I always wanted to hear Hammer Time from Thor myself, but never as like a serious thing. And I don't think. I mean, I haven't read this, so I don't know.
It makes more sense coming from Thor than it does Miles Morales.
Yeah,
that's the wild part. And then this here is the artist. So that's Luigi Zagaria. And so, yeah. So these are the guys that made this book. And you're like, even like the book, one of the books that he's written is like, I forget what I think it's marketed, or he puts it like, talks about it as like a hip hop, like sci-fi kung fu musical or something like that.
What's it called?
And what's that book called? Sci-Fu. It's called Sci-Fu. So, dude, like this book, like, I have no problem. Like, I showed you all the cover, and then right after the cover is the title. The credit page, right? And then it starts off, and it's Miles Morales getting dressed in the outfit that you see, and it's literally a rap that's like in the caption boxes. Like, it's rap. It's not good rap, because like,
neither is most of the stuff on the radio. So
yeah, but it's not in that kind of. It's not in that style, which might, like, if it was like mumble rap, then you could probably forgive it more, because you'd be like, okay, it's trying to be hip hop that's better than that, but it's failing. And then here's there's one page, and then this is page 2 here. And this, like, you can still see the raps in here, where, it's like, of all the 5 realms, which right there, I was like, oh, okay, they're trying to do like a 5 boroughs thing here. So this is Asgard, as you can see. And they got shoelaces on this friggin' wire here, because I don't know why that's happening in Asgard. But it's like, of all the 5 realms, Asgard is his hood. For Miles, you can see he's just that good. It's like, what? Like, this is like some old, like, why Sugar Hill Gang type stuff. You got graffiti in Asgard. But here's the part that really tripped me out here. What is this low-riding chariot over here? Look at this. You see this? The low-riding chariot? I'm like, dude.
That's pretty boss.
Some BS. Huh?
So I like it. Like, that's pretty
No,
dope.
you don't, Joe. And if you do, then that proves my point. The low-riding chariot is some BS, man. And I'm just like, dude. Like, something's wrong here. And I don't understand. Like, this feels very much to me like somebody, like, I feel it from the script phase, somebody should have been like, I don't know, Yehudi. Like somebody should have said, "I don't know you, Hootie," from the script phase. But okay, let's say we're gonna go with the script that feels tone deaf and like not at all like what black people sound like. But okay, let's go with that. When the art comes in, this is page 2. Nobody takes any umbrage with low riding chariot, and somebody might be like, "I don't know, man. It feels weird." It don't feel weird to nobody.
It feels like just because it's a different, just because they're black, it has to be like what we think of black people for Asgard.
Like, it's weird, man.
All the work that Idris Elba played, that Idris Elba did to be a black Asgardian in the movie, thrown away right here.
Right. It's like, why is there just graffiti everywhere? Like, who's doing all this? You know what I'm saying? Like, it doesn't. And it's definitely like a New York and Asgard mishmash kind of thing. They're trying to do.
Go back to the shoes.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. He's got 2 left feet.
No, on the line.
He's trying to read the
sneakers. No, go up to the sneakers on the.
On the clothesline.
Yeah, on the clothesline.
What
do you dope if they had like rainbow colors? Like if they had 7, like the rainbow, like that'd have been dope.
Why is there a power too? Like it's Asgard.
Yeah. Also, too, like the bridge out of Asgard is basically the Brooklyn Bridge, but it is a rainbow Brooklyn Bridge, which
like it is right now during Pride Month.
I don't know if that's what they do during Pride Month in New York or not, but maybe. But yeah, it, like that is probably the closest concept we get to something that's good.
Aren't New Yorkers too hateful to celebrate Pride? Is that what I heard someone say?
Brooklyn's a little different. No, they celebrate all kind of Pride. Patrick Day Pride, St. Patrick's Pride. They just had a Japan Pride, like not even Japanese American Pride. Japan Day. Like they celebrated Japan in New York. They had a Japan parade honoring Japan.
Look at these frost giants with these chains. Look at this.
Cool, baby.
Dude, I like it.
No, Joe. It doesn't matter what you like. Like, look at this. Isn't that
you like the
tattoo? Look at this ice cornrows. Look at these ice cornrows.
I would think the frost giants would look like Vanilla Ice.
They messed around and look. They're jumping Miles Morales' store here. They're jumping him, and I'm just like,
dude, don't enter the club if you can't handle the club.
Dude, it's so bad.
I gotta get this book. Like,
dude,
man, this one's
so
on my
bad.
list. It's on my wish list now.
It's almost like the Silver Surfer chicken wing.
Yeah, look, but the Silver Surfer chicken wing is just strange.
Yeah,
you know,
but it's like on that moment, like where you gotta have that book with that page.
Yeah. And I'm just like, dude. So all I'm saying is, somebody at Marvel,
Jay woke up.
A number of people at Marvel should really like.
Don't come in the club if you can't handle the club. That is amazing.
The book is filled with nonsense like that.
That is an awesome pun. That is man. I am really enjoying this book. Like,
you're not enjoying the book.
I think I need this book. I think
you gave it a 5 out of 5 out of 2 pages and the cover.
Yeah,
it's
crazy. I need this book
but
now.
All I'm saying is,
and you're saying the other ones aren't as entertaining as this one? Like, you're saying this is like the best of the best? Like, that's what I'm hearing.
You got the dude that wrote 3 Kings doing Wolverine Miles Morales. and you're thinking this is the good one. That's classic Jay.
I like 3 Kings.
Yeah. But that's the one that Larry said was the best one of the bunch, was the Wolverine one. He wrote 3 Kings.
Oh, okay. I thought
okay. The fact is, all the stuff you're saying is bad is the stuff I love. Like, So if that stuff isn't in the other books, that makes this one the good one.
Okay, Jay.
Jay's
like, I like how they treat the blacks in this book.
Dude, don't come in the club. That's so awesome. I love that. Don't come in the club. I'm going to get that on a t-shirt.
Patriot written through me like bacon.
You go,
remember that line?
Yeah, I do remember that.
Mm-hmm. So crazy, man.
It's a wild t-shirt.
It's a wild book, and it should not be made again. Like,
speaking of wild books, real quick, this is what I was talking about. Okay, not real quick, just kind of.
Oh, yeah, I remember that book. And I have read that. But
it was awesome.
I mean, it came, but that came out a while ago, right?
Hey, it's Avengers with Sabretooth.
And Howard Chaykin.
Yeah.
And Nick Fury dropped the chick on a parking meter.
Yeah, because it's Howard Chaykin.
Yeah.
Howard Chaykin did The Black Kiss. That was really good. And did Satellite Sam.
Yeah.
He's good.
Yeah.
I didn't read Satellite Sam.
Is that Craven?
Yeah.
It's 1959.
There you go. Did you all hear that in this Craven movie, they said they're trying to make him an animal lover?
I mean,
everybody got so quiet. That moment of silence, like everybody was like processing it, like, what?
If they want an animal lover, they need to make a Shauna movie.
No, man,
she loves animals.
Look, they're like Craven's whole hunting big game kind of thing doesn't fit good into the modern aesthetic, so they're gonna change him into an animal lover and some sort of like conservationist, I guess. I don't know.
Wait, so he's the good guy of the movie? It's a Craven movie, and he's like the protagonist.
Yeah,
he's gonna be saving
like Morpheus
animals
with Craven.
I don't know if
that's
he's gonna
a
be saving.
bad idea. That is, man.
Jerry, why do you feel like, why is it only a bad idea now? Like, why did you know it was a bad idea when they announced it? Like Venom.
I don't think I was paying attention when they announced it. Like a Craven movie where he's the hero.
Jerry, like, they're not gonna make a movie about him as a bad guy. Like, that's not what people do. Like, Sony is making an entire universe of superhero.
But the thing is, like, the Joker was a success, even though it was terrible. So you can make a movie about a villain.
So it's Craven time. Is the next meme?
It's the guy. The guy playing Craven is quoted as saying, "Okay, now I lost it." He described Craven as one of Marvel's most iconic, notorious anti-heroes. Blah 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 blah.
Wait, what?
He's just he calls him a iconic, notorious anti-hero.
No, he's
Spider-Man's
not.
#1 rival.
No,
he's just a hunter, a human with conviction, an animal lover, and protector for the natural world. So in the same sentence, he says he's a hunter and an animal lover and a protector for the natural world.
That's the same logic fucking those people killing the rhinos use. Like, oh, we're controlling the population. Yeah, I'm gonna control the population of your fucking sperm when I cut off your balls, you piece of shit.
Oh wow.
Sorry. Yeah, I hate those people. I hate those dudes. Sorry.
The thing though, like, if you could write Elmer Fudd as a good guy, you should be able to. I don't know. You should be able to do the same for Craven without changing him.
No.
I can understand if Craven himself thought he was doing something good, like how what's his face?
We don't have to watch Craven.
No, that's up to you, Jay.
Just,
but
just like
hopefully
how Brainiac thinks, he's preserving these civilizations, even though he just takes the city and blows up the planet. But in his mind, he's doing something good. He's preserving something good. I could see that, but that quote makes it seem like that's not what's happening.
You have to understand, though, that when Sony makes these movies...
Brainiac is doing it selfishly, though. Like, he is preserving, but he's actually trying to stop things from happening.
I mean, look, you don't have to convince us that Brainiac's the bad guy. We agree with you, Jay.
He knows he's wrong.
Like, what I'm saying is Sony is trying to convince us that these are the good guys.
Right. I'm saying Brainiac can justify his actions and see himself as doing something good.
The better example is
deep down, he may know he's not really doing something good. We definitely know he's not doing something good.
Right. I think you're right, Mo.
The whole Kraven movie is just going to be him saving animals.
No, I don't.
That sounds like such a bad idea. That sounds like
evil Spider-Man is going to come and beat him up.
But this is the whole point. It's like they're making these movies.
Spider-Man, if he loves animals.
Yeah.
Spider-Man is not an animal.
But it's his next target. Like
maybe he thinks Spider-Man is fucking Spider.
This is the whole point I'm trying to make. Is like it doesn't make sense. Like you can do it for Venom. Venom can potentially be an anti-hero. It makes more sense in the context of what's going on with Spider-Man because then you understand his motivations. Like he's focused on Spider-Man. He doesn't mind not hurting or helping other people as long as he can get Spider-Man. You know what I mean? But Kraven is not that. Kraven has his motivations are completely different, and it doesn't make any sense. And even with Joker, it's like Joker. I don't feel like they changed Joker so much that it was like, oh, they tried to like. Joker was still doing Joker-esque kind of things, but because of the world that he lives in, there are people that seemingly related to that. Not me, but other people. Where they're like, yeah, society is messed up, so maybe we should just run amok. And it's like, okay, hey, man, like if you don't want rules or whatever, and you feel like shooting people on TV is a valid way to express yourself, well, then that's you.
Will Smith loved that scene where he killed the comedian on TV.
So it's a weird thing, and I don't, it's crazy, but I agree with you, Mo, in the sense that you bringing up Thanos, like, which again, Marvel's not trying to tell you Thanos is the good guy. They're just trying to make him a sympathetic villain.
You know who agrees with you too, Larry? Is Ewan McGregor. Look,
I totally stand with Moses.
Oh, okay. Thanks, Ewan.
How long have you been holding on that way?
About 2 weeks.
So but either way, it's just like it's a weird thing, and so it's gonna be messed up and probably be bad. Like again, same with Morbius, right? It's just like no one's buying that. Like the whole movie's nonsense.
Yeah.
What, Morbius? No,
yeah.
It's just bad.
Jay, listen, you already got one punch coming, man. It's not that I want to hurt you, it's that I understand my words have no effect. It's not like I don't want to resort to violence. I just know it's the only language you understand.
I'm just shocked that you would need more than one, but hey, I guess.
He's not One Punch Man.
Man. All right. Let's talk about Obi-Wan.
Who's pushing buttons?
Jay.
Also,
no, more about gel coat. When the fourth round, don't you call it?
does it look good already?
Jumbo Scampi for limited.
All right. Star Wars Obi-Wan Kenobi. The finale happened today. There will be spoilers ahead, so if you haven't seen it,
It's not a whole lot to
earmuffs.
spoil though.
This is true. I feel like it's one of those things where
He lived.
like what happens is something you need to experience as opposed to something that
Honestly,
you couldn't see coming.
Before
So,
I watched the episode, because I've been watching it with the wife. I'm like, hey, I gotta watch Obi-Wan for the show. Let's watch it together. And I thought it's the last episode. We should, we're gonna watch it anyway. And she looked at me like, "It's the last episode. I feel like nothing has happened."
That's what she said.
I looked at her,
Nothing has happened.
You're kind of right.
Wow. That's fair, I guess. I don't know. Like, I wouldn't have said that, but I can understand why somebody might.
Okay, we already gave the spoiler warning, right?
We did give the spoiler warning.
Questions. Why was Reva going after Luke?
Because she wanted to kill children. Because her friends were killed.
Like just any children? Because when she gets to that point, it feels like they make it seem like she wanted to kill Luke. Like somehow she knew that was Vader's kid, or somebody important to Vader.
Yeah, which
but
I feel like
we heard that message that she heard, and she heard a messed up version of it. So there's nothing in that message that suggests that that's either Leia's brother or Vader's kid. It just suggests there's another kid in Tatooine. So I didn't understand that whole. Honestly, she should have been dead the episode before. She would have gone down swinging it, fighting like a G. It's just, I mean, Vader. What are you gonna do? It's Vader. She went down taking on one of the most powerful people in the universe, and she didn't survive. It's understandable. Nothing bad. Her whole plot in the last episode is completely unnecessary. I'm glad we finally get Obi-Wan and Vader actually fighting, because let's be honest, episode 4, like that fight, that was not a fight.
Yeah. I mean, look, 3, right? Lightsaber dueling's come a long way.
No, 4, because 3 is where he becomes a Vader, and then 4 is the original, the first one.
Star Wars.
Yeah, that Vader Obi-Wan fight, that's not a fight. That's two old men kind of standing there and like, that's not a fight. In fact, there's a studio that actually remade that scene, but actually made it into an action scene, and that's amazing to watch. If Lucasfilms or Disney, whoever has the rights, which is Disney, we know that, takes that scene and replaces it in the original movie, that's the only replacement I would ever accept.
Well, we should just not replace it. Yeah, like, I mean, listen, it's literally, if I'm not mistaken, that's like literally the first lightsaber fight we see on screen, right? So
right. Yeah. And it was multifaceted. It wasn't him just trying to stop. He never had the intention of stopping Vader. He wanted to get them an escape.
Yeah. No, I mean,
didn't want to win.
There's a lot of reasons, but I think what Oz is speaking about is more so the level of choreography.
Yeah,
exactly. Which
this Vader Obi-Wan fight was amazing.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
As much as every time these two have met in this series, it's been something amazing.
Yeah,
I do have a question too. If Obi-Wan has that ship, why the fuck does he need to go to fucking Mos Eisley and talk to Han Solo?
If he has the ship that he has in this series, like laying around on the planet,
I think he sold it.
What? But
for what? He lives in the fucking dirt. He don't need money.
But I mean, it's really old either way, right?
Nah, I think he could use the Force to maintain it. Do the oil.
That movie is only 10 years later.
Right. Like Owen really let himself go in those 10 years.
Always. Obi-Wan let himself go. Yeah. Have you seen that comparison? I like what they
man.
on Peru.
It's hard living in the desert, man.
Yeah,
Look.
they're not farming moisture; they're farming moisturizer.
Nah, but I will say that I feel like more than anything, it felt like the arc for Riva was more about like she understood that from the message that the kid is someone that Vader would be interested in. Like even
do you not think her arc should have ended that episode before?
Yeah,
because she technically redeems herself. You know,
right.
Her whole motive was to end one of the worst villains of the universe, and she gives an effort. She tries. It's just he's Vader. Like you're not.
No, but I don't think that redeems her. Like I wouldn't have been surprised if she died, but I don't feel like that's a redemption arc. I mean, getting lashing out at somebody in vengeance and failing isn't like, oh well, she gave the old because she wasn't her motive wasn't to make the universe a better place. Like her motive was to hurt the person that hurt her.
Yeah, revenge.
And well, I think maybe the editor fucked up because all the shit with Riva happened after the Obi-Wan and Vader fight, and when they came to the when Vader said, you didn't kill Anakin Skywalker. Yeah, I did. And that frees Obi-Wan from his shit, and he realizes his friend doesn't exist anymore, and then he can move forward. That if the series would have ended right there, boom, fucking tight. When I hit pause for whatever reason, I'm like, man, this is only halfway done. What do I got? And then it's Riva fucking chasing Skywalker, Luke, and she does nothing. Like she does nothing to it. She just chases him for no reason because she doesn't kill him.
And she was going to.
Just because.
Yeah, but they spent 20 minutes on that. If she's not gonna do it, give me a thrilling 5.
And just because of the issues surrounding the actress and all this, the actress does an amazing job. Like I believed her tears. Like she's great. It's just the writing is crap.
I love the type of character she is, that she's battling with her motivations and she's battling with ideologies, and she has a conviction through it all. And even Star Wars as a concept is a rebellion in a empire or in a republic that failed, and it's basically light and dark throughout all of it. And the fact that a galaxy with hundreds of star systems, millions of races, can just have 2 different types of one or the other and fully represent the people is fucking ridiculous. So anytime they can put a character that kind of toes that line, that fluidity of the light and the dark, I enjoy. I loved it with Benicio del Toro's character in the second of that third sequel that wasn't great, but I love that character, that warmonger that benefited no matter who, whether the Empire or the Rebellion or the Republic came back. So I love that, and so I enjoy that here. I felt like this last episode for Riva did a disservice to that character. She didn't come off as well. Yeah, I didn't like it. You either try to. If she would have died trying to kill Luke or trying to kidnap him, I'd been the shit,
But who's gonna kill her? Obi-Wan?
Yeah.
Why would Obi-Wan? Why would he let Vader go but kill Riva?
Because he's racist.
Because it's this show.
like that doesn't make any sense. Like it can't. Like it would literally just. Yeah, I mean, look, racist would be the best answer.
Again, that's why I blame the editor. Like this shit should have happened probably before him fighting Vader.
I don't know. I mean, I hear where you're coming from.
If she does that, the thing is, it happened after, and she didn't do anything. She just traveled all across the galaxy for no reason.
No, what? She
I
traveled all
disagree.
across the galaxy looking for Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Right. And she found them.
She
They had a
found him
fight. They did
multiple
that.
times.
Look, it moved the story along. It cemented her relationship with Vader and the Inquisitors. That had a reason. The Luke thing had no payoff at all.
Felt like filler.
Yeah.
Really? Wow.
It did to
It
me.
had no payoff.
Yeah.
Like she didn't even say anything profound when she gave him back. Like, and I'm pissed that all these motherfuckers know that Luke is a fucking Luke's Luke. He's Vader's son. And then, Luke, fucking stupid ass Luke, 20 years old. I wish I could join the Fleet Academy. Like, I'm a Star Trek guy now.
It's so crazy.
They're playing with all sorts of these concepts like really well, and I got 40 years of shit that I can.
By the way, am I the only one disappointed that that Obi-Wan is in the crater? Vader stands over him and he doesn't say, "I have the high ground."
Dude, I was waiting for it.
Like I
thought he was gonna say it too, or something, or at least insinuate something that he has the high ground.
I was so angry that he didn't say it.
But it's probably better that he doesn't, though, because that's not Darth Vader. Like it would have been Anakin.
Yeah,
like
he's still Anakin, right? Like a little bit.
Well, no,
that's the whole point of the scene. That's the whole point of the scene, that he's not Anakin anymore.
He's not Darth Vader until the Emperor says, "Are you a little bitch? Keep going after your little master." He's like, you know what? You're okay. So, my bad. I'm your.
No, I mean, I think that's the whole thing where it's like, dude, like this dude is not Anakin Skywalker anymore, and so you're right. Like Anakin might have said that and kind of like half joking and half serious, like, but Vader's like, let me just crush you. What were you gonna say, Jay?
Yeah.
Oh, I was just saying I disagree.
With which part? The Reva thing?
Yeah.
Oh, so you like that she didn't kill the kid?
I mean, she was never going to kill him because he's in the movie. But I did like her arc, and that she chose to not kill the kid was fine. Like, I thought it was great for her arc. I definitely want to see where she goes next.
And I
liked it too.
That's a secondary problem I had with that, with the whole Reva going after Luke thing, is everybody, Luke, Uncle Owen, what's her name, Brew?
Yeah.
Like they all have the most powerful of plot armors because we know they're alive 10 years later.
Mm-hmm.
So we already know if she's going after him, she's not going to do anything to him. Now, what we don't know is why she doesn't get him. And if it was something like Obi-Wan stopped her, that would be completely different. That would be more, that's something that would have made it a little bit better. But that's not what happened.
See,
no,
I just say. Oh, go ahead, Jay.
One of the things I will say is that the one thing that was bothering me during the fight was that Luke saw her, and like that was like messing with my head a little bit. But then he hit his head, so he can lose his memory of all this and not realize he was being hunted by like a Sith.
But why would he know that she was a Sith?
Did he see her lightsaber?
He wouldn't know the title. He wouldn't know her title, but he did see the lightsaber.
I don't think so.
I don't remember if he did or not.
I mean, I was watching the show. Like, she has it out when she's tasting him.
I don't think so.
Like, she does. Like, I don't have the time code because I didn't know they needed it. Like, I thought everybody watched the same show, but apparently we didn't. I guess
honestly, Jay, I had a similar thought to you, Jay, but I still like. I don't know if he did or didn't see the. I didn't focus on that part, but I was focusing like he's being chased by a Sith. Like at least, the very least, the Force in him should tell him something because she doesn't know how to cloak it.
Listen, I'm pretty sure she's chasing him without a lightsaber.
No, she has it.
Wait, listen. She uses the Force to knock this fool down. He gets knocked out. And then she pulls out her lightsaber to cut him down. So I'm not saying that she doesn't pull it. Like I don't think she's not chasing him with an ignited lightsaber.
Okay, I guess one of us watched something different. I don't know if it's me or you. Like, I'm 98% sure you're wrong on this.
Jay, I think
like I said, I don't have the time code because I
blame Disney for this. I blame Disney for this because Jay, I know you probably have on your profile full adult permission. Like you're not watching edited stuff for violence or things like that.
Right.
And I know I'm watching it because I don't know Larry's password. I mean, I don't know my password for Disney Plus. Or I didn't, and I haven't adjusted my parental controls because they changed that.
Speaking of, I did love the little warning in the front of the show.
Yeah.
Oh,
where they're like,
you're gonna kill children.
There were like some scenes from this fictional show might be.
Yeah, see, Larry didn't see
what it is, but
Larry didn't see the warning.
It basically does say, like, it goes out of its way to remind you that the show is fiction.
That's hilarious.
And Larry didn't see that warning because he's watching the TV-14 version of the show. So in the TV-14 version, she probably didn't have the lightsaber out because, it'd be too traumatizing for kids.
Don't forget, we literally did watch different shows.
If that's the case, yeah.
Don't forget the.
You need to grow up.
All the original. Every Star Wars movie made has a thing at the end that says that it's based on fictional characters and do not reflect like actual. Like it has there's like an actual thing, and it's Star Wars.
Yeah.
Like these are not this is not based on any real people or characters or blah blah blah. Whatever the standard warning is.
Okay. Look, I'm sitting here. I'm looking at the scene right now. I'm waiting.
Damn it! Why do I not have this? Oh, here it is.
Oh boy.
Look,
he's got
I'm like
Disney Plus on demand.
Right, exactly. Like I got that special Disney Plus. It's encoded in my eye.
But that's what I'm saying. Your parental controls are switched on, Larry. You never actually switched them off, right?
I know. I don't have parental controls.
No, they put them on everything. You had to physically go and take them off. That's the issue I was having.
If you didn't take them off manually, then you have them on.
Listen, I'm watching her. She opens the door.
Turn your parental controls off first.
She opens the door to the room that Beru and Luke are in. She has her lightsaber ignited. Beru is saying, "Go, go," and all you see is Luke's backside scamper out the hole. So he's literally not even looking in the direction she's in, right?
He saw it.
Then she comes out of the house. Luke is gone at this point. Luke's running because that's what his parents told him to do. She comes out the house. She has no lightsaber on. So he can't even see this joint in the distance if he happens to look back. Then they're in the canyon and she has no lightsaber on. Then she pulls this fool with the Force off the thing. He knocks his head. He's unconscious. She lights her lightsaber up and is going to kill this fool, but chooses not to. He doesn't see a lightsaber.
He saw the glow.
Turn off your parental controls and then watch it.
Okay, I'll do that after the show. And you know how Disney is with all of their settings. They're like,
no, but that's the thing.
No.
That's the reason. Remember how we had the weird news story where you had the censored scenes in Falcon and Winter Soldier? It's because they made two different shows for depending on what parental. So that way you can still enjoy the same show, just with less gore or less traumatizing scenes, like in your case, Larry. And
I get it. I get it.
Yeah.
I get it. I don't know. Maybe we're watching something different, but I doubt it. I think they just don't show it because they realize that if we have Luke getting chased by somebody with a lightsaber, he can't be like, "Oh my God, is that a lightsaber?" in episode 4.
Well, that's why he hit his head, so he can forget. Like that's what I like about that scene. It's like that head bump.
It's like memory loss.
Yeah, like he forgets all the trauma of being chased by a Sith, and he gets to be, think that nothing ever happens. Because even without the lightsaber, you would think this would be a defining moment of trauma in a young boy's life. But
he doesn't know who's chasing him.
Doesn't matter. It's still traumatic.
He can tell it's the Empire.
Right? Like,
how can you tell it's the Empire?
Even if she was a Tusken Raider, as Owen told him,
right?
That's still traumatic. Like, traumatic enough to not be like, nothing ever happens here. Oh, except I got chased by Tusken Raiders, like, out of my home. Like, that's why he hit his head. So he can forget and think that nothing happens and be surprised by a lightsaber.
I like that we got to see the origin of Uncle Owen's limp.
And the origin of Vader's scar.
Yeah, that was cool too. I agree.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And in Doctor Strange, a little side note, in Doctor Strange 2, we see the origin of the watch.
So did anyone else think the epilogue was too long?
Which one was the epilogue?
Oz definitely did.
No, like after Reva is done, then it takes like 10 minutes just for like of him just nothing.
Yeah.
And then he says hi to Luke.
Yeah, I didn't.
That definitely could have been shortened.
Wait, and that's before the Liam Neeson, right?
Yeah.
Dude, that could have been taken out. Like,
I like
really did not need Liam Neeson. Like, I get it. Some people liked it, but you didn't need like a whole 10-minute lead up to that.
Well, if it was just a Liam Neeson scene and not that other lead up, it would have been tight.
I personally felt like it was all necessary. I liked it because the 10 minutes that you all are talking about are literally like 4 minutes with Leia, 4 minutes with, well, not Luke, but with Luke's family, and
no, I'm talking about after that, or in between, after Leia, before Luke. There's like 10 minutes of him just walking or riding his little thing.
Little camel
anteater. No, well, he in between he cleans out his cave because he's moving away.
Yeah, we don't need to watch that.
I don't need that.
Why? But how do we know that he's not living in the same place then? Because then you would have been like, he can see the farm from where he lives, and you would be like, that's where. Like, why did Luke have to go in episode 4 to be like all? Oh, there's old Ben Kenobi that lives in the hills somewhere. That you all would be like, how come? Like, if he knew it was that close, you could see it.
Everything in this series dictates that he wouldn't go back to live in the same home because he was found and they were hunting him.
No, see, listen, y'all say that now because they showed it to you. If they didn't show it to you, you'll all be calling it a plot hole.
Also,
so don't act like y'all are like, oh, we wouldn't even like y'all are already saying plot holes, and they thought of it, and it's instead of like actually acknowledging that the lightsaber don't come on, y'all like, no, he got amnesia. It's like, dude, they have to jump through all these hoops, so y'all Star Wars fans won't mess around and be like,
I would not do that. And 2, yeah, like. Even without the lightsaber, he still has amnesia. Like, even if he never saw it, he still got this fucking scene knocked out of him. Like, let's get a chase.
Hey, all I'm saying is they're showing you so you all know what's happening.
Because of this, if he didn't have amnesia, because of this scene, he'd be scared of Lando when he met him.
Oh, man. He's like, another one. They're everywhere. This used to be a good starship.
Cloud City, South Central
So-
Cloud City.
South Central Cloud City. Oh,
So-
dude, I think I want to see that show now.
How you in
See,
charge of Cloud City? No graffiti.
Exactly. There it is. It's like I need Lando just to start rapping.
We should probably rate this series.
Well, we already berated it, so we'll rate it now.
Oz, let's start with you, buddy. What would you give Star Wars Obi-Wan Kenobi? How would you rate it?
The whole thing?
Yeah, what would you rate the whole thing?
I probably go with 3.5 or 4. I mean, I'm glad I watched it, and like I said, whenever Obi-Wan and Vader meet, something great happens. Reva was good up until the last episode, so yeah, I'll stick with 4. It's good. It's worth watching.
There it is. Jay, what about you, man? What would you rate Obi-Wan Kenobi?
Overall, I would give it a 4. I'm not as big a fan of the Vader Anakin Obi-Wan little triangle as you guys. But yeah, I loved Reva. She's amazing. She made it into my top 5 Star Wars characters, definitely. And yeah, overall, I think the show was really good. Epilogue a little too long, but overall, just a really good show.
Okay. Moses, what would you rate Star Wars Obi-Wan Kenobi?
I enjoyed it. I'd give it a 4. It wasn't a perfect show, but let's face it, none of these have been. Even the awesome ones have their flaws a little bit here and there. It's just we choose to like what we like. So, and this is no exception. I think maybe one episode less would have been good in here. They'll tighten it up a little bit, but they did a good job. And yeah, I enjoyed it. Even the stuff I didn't enjoy that I had problems with, it's still like we had Jar Jar Binks for a whole movie, so I'm not gonna knock down points for shit I don't like here. Yeah.
Yeah. As for myself, I'm gonna give it 4.5. I felt like it, especially considering that this is a show about Obi-Wan Kenobi, and it's like, okay, we know Obi-Wan Kenobi is going to be around, so how do you make this show interesting and compelling? And it has a lot of characters that we know, like Oz mentioned, has the plot armor. But I felt like it was still interesting and compelling, and and it had to thread the needle of making sure it doesn't contradict any of the things that we know have happened in between, this moment and
what would have made it a
basically the original trilogy. So yeah, it's good stuff. I liked it a lot. I will say that moment at the end when they actually do smash the mask open, Hayden Christensen does his thing there. And what they did with the voice mixing between him and the Vader voice is very cool. Yeah. But it's just, it's stunning, man. It's really cool. I like that moment a lot.
Are you happy that Taika Waititi is gonna leave this whole Skywalker thing behind when he does his Star Wars movie?
Yeah. I'm more than happy to get any Star Wars stories throughout the universe they want to give me. I'm not I like Jedi. I love Sith, and I want more stories of those as well. But I'm not the kind of person that's if I'm not talking about those things, then it's uninteresting. I'll watch a whole. I would. Their smugglers are interesting to me. Imperial spies are interesting to me.
Bounty hunters.
Bounty hunters are but we all know bounty hunters are interesting, right? Star Wars has done a lot of stuff with bounty hunters, so but I feel like there's plenty of untapped real estate in the Star Wars universe. So yeah, let's mess with it.
I feel like he's gonna have Ewoks in space.
Oh, dude, spacefaring Ewoks sounds amazing. Like, no, really, like, I mean, it's kind of crazy sounding too, but I'm here for it. Like,
I mean, there's no reason why they wouldn't.
Wicked is here for it too. There's Wicked right there.
Like, they were like primitive in their
right.
Like the whole planet was.
So were the Wookiees, but they're still spacefaring Wookiees.
Okay.
I mean, they had an entire invasion that came to their planet, so it's like,
right.
I'm sure some Ewok somewhere was like, man, listen, we might need to get in on these spaceships.
Go, like, there's some rebels on Endor, and they're like, you know what? I'm gonna go with you. You know?
Right.
And like, I'm going with you. I'm sticking with you. They fought together, and they're like, you know what?
Right.
I want to see a buddy cop movie with a Ewok and how do I forget it?
You like my impression of the Ewok, though?
Chewbacca's people.
Wookiee?
Wookiee,
oh,
yeah.
I would watch that. I would watch that. Like it would.
No subtitles. It was just.
No. There definitely need subtitles. Definitely need subtitles.
I've been watching Stranger Things without Russian subtitles, and you know what? You get it.
You get the gist.
It's like watching a novella. You see the emotion in the actors. You get what they're saying. You don't need to understand.
Hilarity. That's fair.
That's Stranger
All right.
Things. One more week.
You know, I haven't even started watching it yet.
Why would you? No, I'm waiting for it to finish coming out.
I know, but there's so many good children in it.
They're not going to string me along for like 2 or 3 months. Like, they get 1 month, and then I cut the service back off.
There's a lot of dead children, though.
There's so much to watch in there, like Usagi Yojimbo.
I know. Dude, I've been hearing so many good things about Dead End Paranormal Park.
Yeah, that's really good.
What is that?
Don't worry about it, Larry. No one's talking to you, Larry.
Oh, okay, my bad.
My bad. Tell him what it is, Jay. He'll like it.
Okay, or not. That's okay. We should move on to TMNT, Shredder's Revenge. It's all good.
I haven't seen it yet, but it's like basically this kid and his dog gets possessed by a demon, and they go on adventures.
Wait, they both get possessed, or just the kid?
Just the dog.
Just the dog.
Yeah.
Does he talk?
Yeah.
Oh, I might need to watch this.
It's almost like Mr. Pickles without talking assholes.
That's wild. Yeah. Anyway. All right. You all ready to talk about?
Do we have a video game intro?
No.
I don't think we do.
No. Somebody should get on there.
Well, we need to animate ourselves as 8-bit characters beating up like the comic book companies and the video game companies.
We have animated versions of ourselves.
Do we?
Yeah, but just like single images. It's not like we could. I say animated, I mean cartoon versions.
No,
we
need 8-bit animations.
Yeah, that's what we need. It's like of us in different video games.
Yeah,
we should be the. It should be like us in like Rampage, and then we can like destroy like the Marvel building and the DC building in Berlin.
No, but or like Comic-Con or E3.
I thought about doing that once, but it bugged me that nobody would know it was me because I'd be in a costume in every image. Why is Robin going around breaking all this stuff? Like,
that makes sense. All right, so Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Shredder's Revenge. How do you all want to start?
Yeah, look, we bought the game. We talked, 2 weeks ago. Larry said, "Oh, there's rumors it's coming out." Oz says, "Oh, it's not coming out. It's not coming out." And then the next week is like, Larry, I heard it's coming out tomorrow. That's what they say. And then we pre-ordered it at the end of the show, and then yesterday we got the.
By the way, that was a mistake.
What was a mistake?
Buying it because it's on Game Pass, right?
Right, but you guys
I have Game Pass, and I bought it on the show because no one told me. I hate you guys.
But the good thing about Game Pass is I can play it on my phone too. So if I want to play with you guys and I'm at work and I have downtime, I can play.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, and it syncs up with, like, when I go home, it's synced up with all my achievements and everything I did. And it took about less than 30 seconds. Like, it did have a syncing screen. And that's why when we played yesterday, level 1 was already unlocked because I had already, gotten a sense of the game by playing one level on my phone.
Mm-hmm.
It was fun as fuck playing on my phone. I don't know if I can do voice chat on it, but I'm going to try. And I think I can actually plug in my soundboard with this into that. So that should work, but that's for next time. If you want to see our full gameplay, you can see it on our Twitch channel. It's up there for a little bit, and I'll be uploading it on. Yeah, I might upload it to YouTube. I don't know. It might not be worth it. We didn't have voice chat because Larry forgot he broke his headset.
I did. I'm sorry.
And so I was the only one talking. I think you could hear my dogs fighting. Well, wrestling in the background. They weren't fighting.
I had a headset with a microphone and I talked into it, but I never heard any response. So I guess you guys didn't hear me.
Yeah, it
I
might have
only
been.
heard Alfonso.
Oh, really? That's weird. I didn't hear anybody. I just talked
on my headset. I didn't hear anybody else either.
Yeah. I didn't hear anyone at all, which is weird because I feel like in the past you don't need a headset to hear the voices talking.
Right,
come through the TV.
Yeah.
So I don't know if I wasn't in game chat. Maybe that's what it was, or
I just assumed nobody had a microphone on, so I just took off the headphones because the sound coming out of the game was boring.
You didn't like the sound?
It's fine, but it's so repetitive that after a couple of levels, it's like I'm hearing the same thing. I don't need to hear it. Not that late at night, anyway.
Got you.
Yeah, so here's video.
I do feel.
So there's me doing all the work.
But yeah, first of all, how did you guys like playing the game? Period. Like it's a style that we've played growing up, and it's an artistic style I don't think we've gotten before. Larry, you go first.
Yeah, I personally loved it. It brought back, like you said, like it's in a style of games that like we kind of all grew up playing, and I loved playing beat 'em ups. I still love playing beat 'em ups, honestly, in general, and I loved playing beat 'em ups like Ninja Turtles specifically. And so for this, I was just like, I was in hog heaven. I would have been better, obviously, if we all had voice chat and we all could have heard each other and talk mess and this, that, and the other. But just the fact that knowing that it was you all at the other ends of these turtles, made it even more fun. It was like the opposite of Avengers. I was like, oh, I love this so much.
And that's a good comparison because I thought about when we were playing. I'm like, man, we can't hear each other, but I'm having a good time. I know there, and Alphonse in chat and in YouTube chat played with us. He was April, I was Raph.
Yeah.
Jay was Michelangelo, Oz was Donatello, and you were Leonardo. And Tycon chat says, did we play 6-player co-op? And we did 5. I was trying to get Emily to be Splinter, but she didn't want to be Splinter. So
yeah,
because I had an extra.
Speaking of which,
everything.
Splinter is amazing.
Oh yeah, I played my first game, my first playthrough of the first level with Splinter because I'm like I gotta try this. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Jay, how did you feel playing this game, man?
No, I love the feel of playing. Yeah, it's great, but I have serious issues with Michelangelo's wind animation.
What was it?
Like dancing, like jerking off to guys, like Happy Pride Month.
No, that was his taunt.
Oh.
No, I mean the win animation where he's jumping up and down like Sakura.
Yeah.
Oh,
Like,
I was on a pogo stick, which didn't make sense either.
yeah, I don't like that either. Like, why can't they just like everyone else has a cool ass pose?
Shouldn't Michelangelo be eating a pizza or something? Like have a slice on him?
Well, they gave that to Raphael.
Oh, that doesn't make sense.
Well, it's from the show, like from his Cool But Rude. Like it's a pose with him, like about to hit the screen with the pizza. But yeah, I don't. Yeah, that really bugs me.
that's funny. I haven't played with Michelangelo, so I hadn't even noticed that yet.
Yeah, it's just weird jumping, and everyone else just has a cool ass pose except Donatello. Like he's going, which yeah, it's so weird. Like, why did they do that to them?
I think we know why.
How do you guys like the voice reactions and the little talk banter in game?
I mean, personally, I loved it as well, just because it's basically all the original cast from the the cartoon.
I liked it. I just wish it was more than 2.
Well, it's 6 different or 7 different characters.
Right, but each one can get like look. I had a lot of issues with this game. Now playing it, obviously it's fun. Like especially with you guys. Like I know you guys are there. That part's fun, but having 5 characters on screen, 4 of them being the same color, and like like there are moments where I lost myself. I just saw a blob of green, and I just I kept hitting the button because I know like I'm gonna hit something because it's a fighter, and also I'm assuming you guys played it on a regular TV.
Yeah.
Those Jaggies were getting on my nerves. I did not like the visuals, and I know they did that on purpose.
Yeah, it's 8-bit.
It's a screen where it looks like solidly animated and looks good, but the game itself is like they're trying to. It's pixelated, and that got on my nerves. I could not stand that.
I know what you mean, and especially in this style, these retro style games, you play Streets of Rage 4, you don't have that problem, and it's still similar style. What's the other one? Scott Pilgrim, you don't have that problem at all, and that's like a 10-year-old game,
I feel like Scott Pilgrim.
It's worse.
Yeah, it really is.
It's
like
way worse.
When I played it looked great on my TV.
I mean, those Jaggies are fine if you're independent, but this is a big studio game, right? It's like
it's made by the same people that made Scott Pilgrim, isn't it?
Is it?
I don't think so.
Oh, I thought it was.
As you're seeing it playing right now, unless you're on full screen, it probably looks good. Like this would probably look amazing on a Switch, but on my giant TV that I play all my video games in, it looked like crap and it bugged me.
See, I don't know. And I guess, that might just be about personal preference in regards to art style. Because I feel like not only does it like I guess it's crazy because from my perspective, I'm like, man, it looks so much better than it looked like when we played it back in the day, which is like, the game that is basically trying to emulate. If you look at that game looks terrible now.
No, I can agree that it looks better than the original stuff, but it's 2022. Like we don't need Jaggies.
It's capturing. It's like trying to intentionally capture the style. It's almost like messing around and somebody making a movie, like making Schindler's List, and then you're like, I don't know, man. It's like movies are in color now, and it's like, but it's in black and white for a reason. Like it's not like
I get what Oz is saying. I didn't have that much issue here, but I've had it with other games, specifically like with the Switch and the Virtual Console right now. Like you're playing those games on the big screen. it's not easy. Yeah. But here it Oz just has you need a solid TV. That your shit's ridiculous. It's not. What do you got? 65-inch or something?
Look
80.
at how he's jumping. It's so not cool.
I don't know, man. Feels pretty Mikey to me. I'm joking. You're right. And Donatello with the pogo stick. That is ridiculous. You're right.
What I have, what I can't, what I
I
can't
gave
say
him
is,
an 80.
I've played games like this that are in retro style, but they're new. They're done in like Unreal Engine or something, and they're tight. They're good on the big screen. They're good on small screen. Yeah, and I know that they're trying to go with a specific art style, but you know they could have done it in Flash. Yeah.
I mean, I get like I know you mentioned Streets of Rage, and that's a good game. You know, like I'm not knocking it by any means. The art style for that is definitely like more modern, and I feel like it would be a different kind of thing. Like I don't know that if it was in that same style, if this game was in that same style, I don't know that I would say that I would dislike it any, or dislike it, like it any less. But it would definitely be a bit of a different experience, just because. Yeah. So I'm not. Yeah, but it's a personal preference. I could definitely understand why you would feel that way, because I played the game on a big TV myself, but at the same time, I know that my eye for that kind of detail and Oz's eye for that kind of detail are almost the opposite. So it's like, yeah, like I'm not. Yeah, I can't mess around and try to pretend like we would feel the same about it.
I do like the presentation we get with this, though. I don't have the issues that Oz has. I can see what he means, especially on his 120-inch TV. Yeah. Right here, I got stuck because my dog, Stella, dropped my beer.
Yeah, man. I just, and I guess, for me, the thing is, like, I know I was a little worried about, I know people have been saying the game is short, and we're a little bit worried about the replayability factor of it. But I'll tell you, like, between the challenges for the different levels, as well as like finding collectibles and the actual achievements, like, I feel like the levels are just the right size for somebody if you want to go back. Like I played level 1 today. Like we played yesterday, right? I played level 1 today, like probably like 3 or 4 times in a row. And it didn't even it wasn't like a thing where I was like, oh, like, I didn't feel like I was trudging I could have played other levels. I chose to play that level again because I wanted to see, like, also like just in relation to the different characters, what it felt like playing it with one character versus playing it with another. And so, but I was also like trying to get achievements, and that was another way to mix it up too, where like, oh, I could play this level again with a different character, which is there's an achievement for not for playing it through the character, or not through the level, but through the game. Like, they're like, if you get through the game with the different characters, you get an achievement. So also too, Oz, I feel like the point you made is 100% accurate in regards to like all the turtles being on the screen at the same time. Like, it was a lot of people with 5. It's a lot of people still with just 4. And like you said, we all look
4 turtles.
Right. We're all basically the same color. But what I will mention is, the game developers did take that into account. And there is technically a button to like find yourself. Like you hit the button and it, how when you start the game, it has like player 1 over your head.
Yeah. There was also...
You can hit a button and that will come over your head whenever at will, basically.
There was also moments because of and this is just a game design thing, where I thought I was hitting someone, but it wasn't me because I was like just a pixel up.
Yeah.
Or down. Well, actually, no, it's
Yeah.
usually up because down you can kind of tell a little bit better. But because you're behind the other people,
right?
You know, I'm there like mashing buttons, like, oh, I'm kicking his ass. I'm like, oh, wait,
right. No, that definitely happened. But I will say, man, like the game does a lot of really cool and interesting things. Like I know one thing that it did that doesn't happen or hasn't really been a thing that happened in games in the past like that. God bless you. Like you can do team attacks, and I don't know if y'all could see that.
I don't know what happened. It's just a thing popped up that like I got an achievement, team attack or something.
Yeah,
I was like, huh.
Well,
okay.
That's what happens. Like if we both attack a character from either side, then we'll do a team attack.
Yeah, I think
which is cool. Like it's.
I think Oz and I double teamed somebody because I got that same achievement.
Yeah.
We jade that ninja.
Yeah, jade that foot.
Oh man,
I do that. We played what, like 3 levels, maybe 4 levels.
Yeah, I think 4.
And each level there was a variation on the ninja bad guys.
Yeah,
like they kept putting in different ones where I don't know how many levels there are in this game, but I'm wondering, like at some point you stop getting new villains, right?
I don't know, man. I mean, it's like one of those things where, like, I know that the level we stopped at, I think was the mall level, and I played through the mall level, and when I got to the end, you know, the boss, like, I know we had fought like Bebop and Rocksteady a couple times.
We fought the Rat King,
right? We fought Rat King, but you know, like when I got to the end of the mall, there was a whole completely different boss, and which, you know, they kind of show you the silhouette of the bosses at the beginning of the level, but even getting to the end of that level, I was like, okay, I knew who was supposed to be there because of the silhouette, but there were other notable characters that were introduced in that boss fight as well.
And I'm not even like, because the bosses should all be different. Like that's just standard game design. The hordes that you go through to get to them, like, you go from like the standard foot ninjas, and kind of funny seeing them in the chef's hat because we were like in a TV studio, exercising, and then you get to like the yellow ones that throw ninja stars, and then like, just different variations and different enemies. When we were, what I felt was like still the beginning, like 2 or 3 levels in, I've seen like 4 or 5 different versions of ninjas. It keeps it a little bit fresher.
Yeah,
and I'm just wondering, like, I want to play through it just to see at what point they run out of new ninjas.
Well, now that they use the little like little droids with the wheel, the 1-wheel droids from one of the past games, and then the mousers, then the big mousers.
Yeah. No, I in the level that like I said, I played that after we all finished. I think they introduced a new ninja, if I'm not mistaken, in that level, and you all can correct me, but we all didn't play the ones with the ninja star ninjas, right? That like jump and throw the ninja stars, did we?
I think the yellow ones are throwing ninja stars or throwing something.
No, I'm talking, these are pink ones, and they literally like jump up high in the air and they throw like 3 of them.
No, I think the only pink ones or I guess technically Peach. I don't know. I'm not a woman, so I can't tell.
Salmon.
Thank you for proving my point. They had the battle axe.
Yeah, no, not those. Yeah, these are different. Like another one in that level, and then another thing that they showed, which I was like kind of blown away by, because I was like, oh man, like this is like, again, the nostalgia and the small details. There was a foot soldier that was in, oh man, what's the toy called? Jay, you might remember the toy that's the vehicle that the foot were in, that was like a spider and had like the fists.
I don't remember.
Oh, dude, Wait, hold on. I'll look it up real quick. But it like they basically had them in that like crazy. I only remembered as a toy. Yeah, I only remember it as a toy. So I don't know. It might have been in a show, but I don't think so.
Boxing
I think
gloves,
it was
right? Like it was like a mechanical spider with boxing gloves.
exactly.
Yeah.
It's that thing. Knucklehead spider is what it's called.
And they showed that.
Yeah, hold on. I'm gonna put a picture up real quick, or try to. Oh damn it, that's not working. But yeah, like they had like basically they had the foot ninjas in one of these things. Oh wait, hold on. It's on eBay. Sorry for the delay here.
One bit of news, and you guys are welcome in advance. IDW is continuing the cartoon story in comic book form.
That's cool.
So we're getting stories with those. And
So yeah,
I talked to them at the board meeting, and I'm like, this is what we need. This game's doing good. Yeah.
Y'all remember these?
Yeah.
No,
Y'all remember that, Jay? Oh, dude.
not really.
Jay used to
I mean,
be a Turtles fan.
It does seem like something.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was only a toy, but basically, like, I was playing the game in this mall, and then all of a sudden there was like a shadow on the floor, and I flipped out the way, and then that thing dropped down, and I was like, oh shit, with a foot soldier on top of it, and I was like, dude, this is crazy. So that's like, I'm pretty sure those were two new enemies they introduced in that one level. And I was like, man, this game is cool as hell. Like, because it's like I said, it's I guess in a way it's kind of a deep cut for, the Turtles era, because like I don't remember that thing being in the show. I'm pretty sure it was only the toy. But as soon as as soon as it dropped down, I was like, I knew exactly what that was. I was like, wow, that's very cool.
And yesterday we unlocked, well, not unlocked, but we found Attila and Genghis.
Yeah.
The Southern Frogs. I love those guys.
What were they called? Y'all
What do you mean,
remember?
like a group? I don't remember the group.
As a group.
Yeah, as a group, I don't
remember.
Like
were they punk frogs?
I think so.
I don't remember. I don't remember either.
Are we gonna a remake of Battletoads?
It came out.
We had one a little while ago.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, people. I don't think people liked it though.
No,
it didn't do what this one did.
Like super hard.
I don't think was it just hard.
No, it was
buggy.
No, I'm trying to remember, but functional punk frogs.
They're called what?
The punk frogs.
Oh, it wasn't just punk frogs?
I think it was.
Okay, cool. So Tiger Claw is in chat asking us, he said, what did you guys think of the music? It sounded very 90s and captured the vibe of the original game's music.
Yeah, I like the music. Like you said, the vibe. What I liked because I had the Genesis, and I had the Genesis game, which didn't do the thing where you throw the people into the screen.
Oh, right.
So I missed that, and I got to finally do that. I was so happy when I first did it. I was so happy.
Right. Now it's funny because there is an achievement for that, which is cool, huh?
Do you remember what it's called?
It's called Mode 7, which I'm pretty sure was the name of like the technology I think that allowed that to happen.
Oh,
I think, if I'm remembering right, like, you know, because at the time, of course, that was a big deal, you know, like,
yeah.
you know, it's like, you know, like what did they have for Sonic? What was that called? Blast processing or something like that. Like, it's like that kind of like one of those things where they're just like, wow, like, you know. But yeah, man, it's a cool game, and I think I'm going to be playing it for a little while. Like, I can totally see myself being like, I just want to have like all the collectibles and all the achievements, because and that's the thing I think too, where it's like, because it's episodic, I don't feel like, oh, I gotta like spend a whole bunch of time on it. Like, I can literally just be like, oh, let me decompress at the end of the day and play 2 levels of Ninja Turtles, and you know, 10-15 minutes later, I could be done and be like, okay, I'll come back again another day.
Yeah, and that I like with you guys. I felt like we played for a short period of time, but we got through about 4 or 5 levels.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, man, how many levels are in this thing? Like 30? Like, because you know, if we do this once a week for about a month and knock it out, I'm like, man, I got my.
I don't even think it would be that long.
No, I know,
I'm
but
pretty
I'm
sure.
saying like
Yeah.
thinking about how much it could be, you know?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
should we
And
go
I
ahead
feel
and
like,
rate?
yeah, we should. I just, you know, I like, it's a short game, and I think that that's something that definitely should be mentioned, especially in this day and age. Like, you know, now I don't think the game, you know, it's not like it's a $60 or $70 game. You know, I think, if I'm mistaken, like, if you're not, if like say if you don't have Game Pass and you're not getting it, you know, as part of your subscription, it was how much, Mo?
With pre-order 22, but 25 standard.
Okay, so yeah, so it's,
And I guess this is a Mo deal, and I mentioned it to you guys. There's a way to get really cheap Game Pass, which is what I did,
mhm.
and that's every once in a while. I didn't know if this was still active, but I guess Jay did this. They'll give you an offer to get Game Pass for $1 to upgrade your account from Xbox Live to Game Pass for $1. And the last time I got that, I remember I had a bunch of year cards for a year of Xbox Live, and I redeemed 3 years worth of Xbox Live, and then took the dollar upgrade. So it did it for all 3 of those years. Game Pass for $1.
It's good stuff.
So
And
you
Game
can
Pass
get those Game Pass, those Xbox Live cards. Like sometimes they'll be on sale, so you don't even have to pay full price.
or if you go to Costco, you'll get them. I think you'll get with like for $80 to get $100 worth or something.
Yeah, so I mean, there's ways to get that. Now, unfortunately, no one told me it was on Game Pass, so I actually paid for the game.
Yeah, yeah, I know that I didn't know, or else I would have mentioned it. But yeah,
So rate it.
let's rate it. All right, Moses Magnum, what would you rate Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Shredder's Revenge?
You mentioned the tutorial level. Like I was thinking, man, if we're gonna play multiplayer, it's gonna be hard getting through. Not hard, but that's gonna take some time. So let me try that first. That tutorial level is like 30 seconds. Yeah. And so you just write in. That alone gives it a point, you know. The online playability was good. I don't know if it's an Xbox issue that we were having where we couldn't find each other even though we're friends. But that took a little time. And then the voice chat, I don't know if it's not working or whatever, like we talked about. So that knocked it down. But overall, I think it's about a good 3.754. Like it was a good experience overall. I don't mind paying the $25 for it, for the experience I had playing with you guys.
Indeed.
And playing by myself.
Oz, huzzah!
I didn't have the problem finding you guys. Now I came in a few minutes after you guys were already starting up, but I just went to party mode or whatever they call it, and I saw Jay's name and went to that right away, and I was in. I think Jay and Mo were already in, so I didn't have those issues. I'm gonna go 4.5. The only thing that bugs me is the art, but it's a purposeful choice. They did it on purpose, is my point. And I think a lot more people enjoy it than hate it because it fondles those member berries for them. And any game that can fondle your berries is deserves an extra point. So 4.5.
There it is. Jay.
I would give it a 4. Like I like the gameplay, the music. I just hate Michelangelo and Donatello's wind animations.
Yeah. I'm giving it a 4.5, and I just like it a lot. And honestly, the only issues or the only thing that I have any concern with is potential value in regards to the game itself and like its length. But I do feel like if you're a Ninja Turtle fan, you have to own or play this game. Like you just have to, like, because, or maybe I should say, if you're a fan of the Ninja Turtles cartoon, because you could be like, say, a comic fan, and this may not resonate with you in that way. But if you're a fan of the cartoon, which, I'm a fan of the comic, but I'm a fan of the cartoon as well, and a fan of this type of game, I think that, even if you're just a fan of beat 'em ups in general, I would say give this a try.
All right, Mayor. All right, come on, wrap it up.
It's hey man, hey, let me have my moment. Look, talking all that trash about Reva lightsabers, but I can't mess around and get to the end of my whole review. Get out of here. Anyway, the game's amazing. And you know what? Another thing about Ninja Turtles. No, I'm joking. All right. It's time for some final thoughts. Jay, what are your final thoughts?
My final thoughts, I think it's a shame that I don't have the time to just sit down and watch these January 6th trial news things. Because from what I'm hearing, it's some interesting and important stuff that is being relayed. But unfortunately, I have to work. I wish they had kept it prime time.
That's fair. Oscar, final thoughts.
There's a comic, the Arrowverse comic book crossover 6-part thing. And it's funny because half the books are from shows that failed because they sucked.
That's unfortunate. Moses Magnum, final thoughts.
Somebody cancel Ezra Miller.
Okay.
When they find him.
Pretty sure he's doing that to himself, isn't he?
But nobody, there's no, they're not delaying the Flash. Nobody's complaining about it except
he's not the Flash anymore. Like, that movie is done, so they can't take him out, but he's not. Like, he's done.
Right. But that movie's still going to come out. He's still going to get.
Is it, though? I mean, is it?
Yeah. Like, I don't hear the clamoring for him that I heard for Gina Carano, is what I'm saying. Or for fucking Reva. Yeah.
There it is. Well, hey, for the entire Fantastic Forum, thank you all so much for hanging out with us. We do appreciate you. We'll be back next week. In the meantime, go ahead and hit us up on our social. Follow us on friggin' Instagram and YouTube and subscribe, like, all that jazz. Let us know what you want us to see or what you want us to talk about, what you want to see, what you didn't like. And we'll be back next week. We're the Fantastic Forum. Have a good night.